So, welcome to Goulian Junction. This will be most likely the beginning of December's update for what I've been up to in November, for the back end of November. I've continued working on my control panel, slowly wiring up the point motors one by one. It's very time consuming, and it's getting there. So I think, as I explained in my last layout update, I'd gotten one point motor, I think, at that time done. Now I'm up to, I think it's 23, 24 roughly I've done. So I've got 40 all up, so I'm just over the halfway mark. I spend roughly an hour each day on it, wiring up. I work in sections, so I got this section done one night, the next section done on the next night, and now I'm up to this section here that I'm working on. So I'm gonna get this one, these three next three here done, and then these three as well. So depending on how much cabling I have left, I'm waiting on some more point motors to come. I've ordered another pack of 12, which will finish them off. So I've got these three have point motors, and I have two more point motors laying around that I can do these two. So these 5 here I will get done probably today or tomorrow, and then I will continue on with the rest. So yeah, that's more or less all I've been doing this month, is this control panel. It's quite a large control panel. So of course wiring up each train, each point, sorry, and then testing the trains over them, make sure that they work okay and everything. So under the fiddle yard number 2, I have done this part so far. So yeah, I will show you how I've done it. Sorry for the moving around. I try to get into this as best as I can. I use these double pole toggle switches, the ones with the 6 bars at the bottom. They are on ones, so up and down is on. As the DCC point motors, they turn off after they have changed. So they go to a stationary once they have actually moved in a position. So I put the positive and negative feed on each end, with the 2 middle ones being the ones that go to the point. One end, it goes straight to, well, one goes straight into the plug, it does. And then the other side gets wired into 2 green LEDs. So I have two LED bulbs here. I'm not sure how well you can see them. And then one is positive and one is negative. So depending on which way the circuitry is going, shows which one the LED will light up. So, and then these two, so one negative, one positive on the other side, get feedback into one wire, and then that one wire goes into the pin plug as well, and then that runs to the point motor. So as you can see, as I can show you here on this section, right, at the moment the point is switched to go straight. If I want to go right, I push it down, and the light changes as the circuitry now goes the opposite way. And then it's the same once I flick it back up, it turns the other way. So I came across a video on YouTube on how to do it. I'm not too sure where the video I found it. I found it a long time ago, and I made this sample one up a few months back before I even started the control panel, just to see how it worked and everything. So, and then you have your point motor. So then this blue wire goes into the plug, and then on the other side it comes out, and then it goes into the plug here on the end. So one goes there, and then this other wire, which gets soldered together. So these two will go together into one. One wire comes in and goes onto the other side. And that's more or less the simple circuitry of how I made it. And then I just multiplied it 40 times. It took a few good evenings to actually do all this. I put heat shrink over it as well. So this was a spare one that I had left over, that I made up just a batch and just kept making them, and I didn't actually count how many I made. I just kept making them until I got to the number that I needed, roughly. And once I knew I had over 40, I was like, yep, alright, I start making the control panel. As I wasn't 100% certain how many I actually needed on the control panel until I counted out all the points and made the design. So yeah, and then all I did was drill a hole. I think I drilled a 7mm hole for the toggle switch and a 5mm hole for the LED, and then I super glued the LEDs into place. So yeah, I just pushed them in, super glued them in, and now, as you can see, it's starting to light up like a Christmas tree. It's like I said, I'm just got over the halfway mark now. So yeah, I will continue on wiring them up, and then once I am finished, I will show you when it's completed, which, like I said, will be roughly in it's like nearly the end of November now when I'm recording this, and I'd say it's beginning of December sometime I will upload this video, and the control panel will probably be done by then. So these ones in the middle, these are for the signals. So as you can see, this is the back line of the station here, this station here. So if I flick this one, you can see it's the overthrow switch. So it goes red, and it goes green, and it's so on for all the signals in this section. So yeah, and I've also done the one here as well, which is set for danger at the moment. Now it's all good, all cleared. Left it at set for danger as I'm actually doing the fiddle yard here, and I've been driving trains in and out, so I've left it at danger. So it's just for show. So I'm going to continue on with this now and leave you to it, and I'll be back soon when I've finished the rest of the control panel.